Hi, my name is Anneli Portman, and this is the first lesson in the series of Finnish political culture and system. In this introductory lesson, we will look at the basic facts about Finland. We will look at what is culture and what are values, and what are the Finnish cultural and political values like. We will also take a brief glimpse at the structure of basic administration and the principles that guide it. Here you see a picture, and the picture tells more than 1,000 words, because the basic facts about Finland are that in this large country there lives a small population, about 5 million people, and a very large territory. Our neighbors are Sweden, Norway, and Russia. Most people live in the cities and in the south, near the capital area, but the countryside has a great emotional value and identity-forming value for the Finnish people. The population is very homogeneous. Language-wise, we only have 2 official languages. Religious-wise, most of people are Lutherans, so about 75%. Ethnically, there are very few immigrants, under 6%. And also, education-wise, all those people who can learn to read do so. And the education is free. So, what is culture? Culture can be defined as the shared way of life of a group of people, made of fairly stable systems which are learned through socialization processes. So there are lots of things that are not said out loud, but which you learn by being a member of the culture. At the very core of the culture are its values. Values talk about what is good, what is praiseworthy, what is desirable, what is important. But culture consists of other things as well. It consists of all kinds of practices, symbols we use, words, gestures, or heroes. Who are the heroes, past and present, real and imaginary, and rituals. And a lot of political rituals especially carry meaning of, or embed in themselves the meanings of the culture, such as the opening of parliament sessions, for instance. So, what are values? Values are desirable goals. They are very emotionally loaded, but abstract concepts, a little bit like stars, guiding us when we need to decide which way to turn. They are concepts of what is important to us and what we think is good. They can be placed in a ranking order, and that means that sometimes you can't have it all at the same time, so you have to choose what is more important. Values serve as a guiding principle. And values also serve as a principle or a criteria according to which we evaluate people and actions and other concepts. Cultural values in Finland are following. In Finland, the culture emphasizes individual uniqueness and autonomous thinking instead of being embedded in your group. Fairness and social justice are very important, as are rules and agreements. Equality is something which is at the very core of the Finnish cultural thinking. Treating everybody the same way is important. And the same way it means that all of us are responsible for all of us, for each other's well-being. And this, of course, is at the basis of welfare state. Finns say no to hierarchy. Power and resources, we think, are better off in the hands of the many rather than in the hands of the few. Finnish culture prefers harmony with people, with the surroundings. It's more important to get along than get ahead. And so there is an emphasis on fitting in and protecting nature. And work is a value of itself. Just but what can be gained by working, but the actual act of working. And therefore, to be punctual, persevering, frugal, and prudent are all traits of Finnish culture. How does this look like in the political realm? What is the political culture like? In Finnish politics, there's a very high value placed on human rights, and there's high level of trust, both in institutions, in authorities, in the president, and high level of transparency and honesty. Finland actually ranks the third in Corruption Perception Index of 2014. One of the other feature of Finnish politics is that there's a great emphasis on the written media, large consumption of newspapers and other forms of written opinions. Decisions are most often made by negotiations where the aim is for cohesion and consensus. The political structure of Finland is based on the concepts delineated in the constitution. So Finland is a constitutional sovereign republic, and the powers of the state are vested in the people. What does this mean? Constitutional means that Finland has a constitution on which its practices are based. This constitution was renewed in the year 2000. Finland is a sovereign republic, which means it's an independent country, not part of another country or part of a commonwealth. Finland is also a republic. Therefore, it is not ruled by a king, a clan, a family, or other hereditary forms of power, but Finland has a parliament, a government, and a president. What does the powers of the state are vested in people mean? It means that ultimately people hold the power. The citizens elect the parliament, and the parliament then, exercising the legislative powers, steers the government, and the government, together with the president, hold the supreme executive power. A judicial system, which is separate from all of the above, so it's independent, ensures that all citizens are equal before the law. Now it's your time to think and compare what you just heard with your culture. So, this lesson serves as the basis for other lessons. So do keep in mind the basic facts, the cultural values, and their political consequences.